And part of the things that DOL has supported is the ability of community colleges to be able to develop and make available open educational resources, that can including entrepreneurial skills training. So sort of one of the things that we sort of try to help invest and make available in the environment is, if federal grant funding is going to support some sort of development of training, that then anybody in the country would be able to take advantage of that curriculum. So I'll also drop in Skills Commons, which we invested in to start and is now sort of a freestanding thing that doesn't get federal funding, but a great place for curriculum to exist as well. So much more to say, but I know we need to also sort of pass it on.
Thank you, Kim. And for our panelists as well, I think if we are in person, people will be running up to you, getting your business cards. So if you can drop either your contact information or a link to your organization's website, I think that'll be so helpful for us to find a follow-up, because it goes to my next question. I'm going to open it up to the whole panel, is that we heard from Junior Achievement and also NFTE about their work either in high school or K through 12. And this panel really expands from what we're trying to talk about from the start to young adults, this universal entrepreneurship education. So my question is, what is missing and what is needed? Because here at this public meeting, we're really trying to gather information of like, how could we move the needle forward? And those organizations that are currently doing it, thank you so much. But how could we better support you? How could we kind of grow and scale all of this across the board? And also we'll be taking questions. So if you want to put your questions in the chat, I'll be looking for that as well. So I saw Klassi nodding her head. So I don't know if you would like to start off.
It's just so much that I want to say here. It's just wonderful to hear from all of you. But I was thinking about just this onset. I mean, we've seen in the past decade, with social media, there are so many more of our young people that are looking to explore entrepreneurship. And they're just not looking to explore it, they're actually going for it. And one of the things about that is that while we can get excited about that because they're exploring entrepreneurship as a pathway to really economic independence, and one of the caveats and one of the things that I think about all the time is the timing piece. And it's also the piece on really what NFTE talked about in terms of the skills trainings, because it's one thing to get excited about entrepreneurship, but it's another thing to be ready for and to have the entrepreneurial habits, right? That we know, all of us as entrepreneurial educators know what it's going to take to be successful. And so the question then becomes at what point, and Kimberly talked about even looking at our opportunity youth, at what point are they getting access to those skills? Because they're past the K through 12, right? Or they're coming out and maybe their system wasn't able to deliver, right, the types of programming that we're talking about. And so the question then becomes, at what point in the process are they able to access the skills training that we're talking about? And so Mr. Morris, talked about if you ever participated in, the experiential classroom, just a wonderful opportunity for anyone. So I know, Mr. Morris, you've leading